And welcome to Landing Pages We Love, the series where we look at some of the web's top performing pages and highlight the tips, tricks, and tactics that you can add to your own campaigns to make them succeed. Today, we're looking at Explorium's landing page. So let's dive right into the hero section. Now, I'm on desktop view, but all of this information happens above the fold, and I really love that because it sets the tone for the rest of the page, which is very value driven. So that header statement as the value statement, access the largest business driven data catalog, is really enticing to the kinds of customers Explorium's probably targeting. And it's reinforced by the value adding subheader underneath that highlights not only the free recurring monthly credits, but also that there's lots of integrations, highlighting the fact that Explorium can fit seamlessly into your current tech stack. This is really fantastic because immediately it sets the visitor at ease, knowing that they can likely integrate this into their existing tech stack and that there's plenty of freebies to be had when signing up for the platform. Another element that I love is this little taste of the platform right here. So this highlights a little bit of what you can expect the platform to look like. And the fact that it's cut off a little bit entices you to scroll. So maybe you're not ready to start free, but maybe you are encouraged to scroll and see a little bit more of the platform and learn a little bit more. So I love that little very subtle trick of adding a really interesting and platform driven image that encourages you to keep scrolling. Going back quickly to that CTA, it sounds very simple, start free, but I think it's an interesting call to action and a little more engaging and a little less popular than the well-known sign up or start demo. I really like that the idea is you're starting free, you can hop right into the platform. With that being said, let's dive a little deeper into this page and figure out what else I loved. So this section right below the fold, the why Explorium, expands on that value-driven content that we talked about in the hero section. So this value-driven language surrounding benefits and how Explorium will enrich users' lives really helps potential customers. So for example, instead of saying low prices, this landing page highlights decreased data overhead costs, which is more specific and speaks more to the potential customer, with the added bonus of that's a really easy thing to share with your manager if you're trying to get approval for budget in this. So instead of saying, oh, Explorium is cheap, which might also kind of cheapen the brand or the platform, potential customers can go to their managers or whoever's the decision maker and highlight that it's going to decrease existing data overhead costs, which will exist either way. So you might as well have them as low as possible. And I just think this value-driven language and these small tweaks to language is much more likely to turn a click into a conversion as compared to focusing too much on your brand instead of the customer. Another thing I love is that it says that you have immediate access. Whenever someone's getting a new SaaS product or adding something to their tech stack, there can be a really long onboarding process. So the fact that Explorium highlights right up front that they're an easy platform to dive into might further encourage and empower people to convert on the page. As we continue to scroll down, you'll see that there is another eye-catching headline, unparalleled breadth and depth of data. And then you see all those million numbers. This is fantastic because instead of using something like social proof, which might be too specific for the kind of customers people are going after, or if the business being featured isn't in your vertical, you might be question if this product's right for you. Using their platform proof highlights the value in data access that you can expect on the platform, which builds trust and interest. So knowing if I sign up, I have access to 150 million professional emails instantly, that's pretty amazing. And that's a pretty hard to beat value add. Now, as you scroll down here, you'll notice that the nav bar comes back, And it's almost like a mini homepage to the landing page, but we still have our start free CTAs, as well as some new CTAs like get a demo entering. One thing I really love is this interactive element that highlights the kinds of data you're able to access with the platform. So it's not just firmographics or location or workforce, it's all these other web things. And as you go through them and click on them, it highlights how they're connected and what they can offer and how you can dig even deeper into them. I really like that this is interactive in the sense that you're able to click on what you want to see. You're not forced to kind of read through a bunch of bullet points. So it adds a lot of value without adding a lot of scroll depth, which is always a winning combination, especially on tech SaaS landing pages. And then you'll see this data dictionary with the CTA to download, and then the final create beyond your data limitations and the CTA to request a demo. Now, this is a pretty short page. Again, I'm on desktop, but on mobile, this would probably still be fairly manageable. And overall, I think there's tons of great tactics that you can add to your own landing pages to test, like changing value-driven language, tweaking your CTAs, adding platform proof and platform imagery. But I do think there are a few opportunities for experimentation. So one thing that I talked about loving is this start free CTA that you can see in the first half of the page. However, that gets a little confused when the get a demo and download enter the picture. Like I said, we see a lot of start free, but it begins to change the deeper down you go. And this may be confusing to visitors. Maybe people who thought they could start free are now questioning, is my organization better with a demo? What's the difference? And there's no way to see the difference between a demo and a free trial on the page. So it's hard for customers to self-identify, and they may get confused and either navigate off the page or navigate off the page just to figure out what the difference is. So I would A/B test a page with consistent CTAs, so only CTAs that said start free versus the current page, and see which one performs better. There's always a chance that some people would rather see a demo, so maybe this addition of multiple CTAs, especially halfway down the page, might be effective, but it's just something to consider and keep in mind. Another thing that I'd like to see is a static shortened nav bar that scrolls with you with a consistent CTA. So as you can see, they already have most of that. This CTA of Explorium, which would take you back to the homepage, scrolls with us, but I think it's a missed opportunity not to include a CTA right here that says start free in this orange button that continues down the page. Sometimes, especially on mobile, you don't want to scroll all the way up, or maybe you're distracted and didn't notice an opportunity to convert like here. I think adding an A/B testing what adding a consistent scrolling CTA would do here for the page, and if it would improve conversions. Of course, not necessarily true that it would, but it's just something to keep in mind to A/B test. Overall, I think this is a very concise, value-driven, customer benefit-focused page that speaks way more to fans than it does about Explorium as a company. Allowing your visitors to be the main character instead of your brand being the main character is a great way to increase conversions and improve your ROAS. And if you had fun walking through today's landing page, please check out our YouTube channel or our LinkedIn or anywhere you're watching this for our backlog of landing pages. We love videos. We take on everything from D2C to real estate and everything in between, tons of different landing page verticals and tons of tips and tricks like these and bite-sized videos for you to enjoy. And if you're ready to start exploring with some of these tactics, tips, and A/B tests yourself, in the top left of your screen, you'll see an opportunity to convert on the video. So to start a free trial with us at Instapage and see for yourself the power of optimizing your landing pages and adding tactics like these positively impact your budget and increase your ROAS. All right, that's it for me today. I hope you had fun learning with me, and thanks for stopping by. We'll see you next time on Landing Pages We Love. Bye.